The Graston technique is changing the way clinicians, including physical therapists, occupational therapists, chiropractors, and athletic trainers, and patients, view treatment of acute and chronic soft tissue injuries, like plantar fasciitis, shoulder pain, back pain, knee and ankle pain, and carpal tunnel. This advanced therapy treatment protocol, which features the use of its distinctive stainless steel instruments, has successfully provided significant advantages for the patient and the professional. The Graston technique, because of its thorough training regimen, results in better clinical outcomes. It reduces the stress on your hands and has proven to be an effective way to impact your bottom line. So, what is the Graston technique?
Graston technique is a system of instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization, having 6 stainless steel instruments that each has a number of different edges, angles, contours to the treatment edge, allows me to treat any part of the body very specifically and effectively.
Before using the technique, I don't think I had near the appreciation for soft tissue dysfunction. Now I'm finding much more dysfunction than I could pick up with my hands alone. And so once I find those more subtle lesions in the soft tissue, I can more specifically treat those lesions, and it's a much more effective technique for the patient.
I've found the density of the instrument itself, the stainless steel, is a tremendous advantage in amplifying the soft tissue lesion.
The stainless steel definitely has some weight to them, so the weight of the instrument does a lot of the work for ourselves. We don't need to use much pressure at all with our hands. The stainless steel also will vibrate or resonate. As we glide the instrument across fibrotic tissue, it amplifies the texture of the tissue. We're still using our hands, we're still palpating just through the instrument. It's somewhat like how a stethoscope might amplify heart sounds. The instruments amplify the texture of the tissue in our hands.
It allows me to treat the entire extremity to the detail that I think is necessary in the time that allows me to complete the treatment and then progress on to therapeutic exercise, all in an entire session. One of the advantages of using the Graston technique for any one of the conditions that can cause shoulder pain, such as a frozen shoulder, adhesive capsulitis, is that it allows you to vary the depth of penetration by moving from a concave instrument, such as Graston technique number 5, to a convex treatment edge. So without varying my pressure, okay, I can get a little bit deeper penetration just by selecting a different instrument. All right. I can also move from treating a general area with a larger instrument by choosing a smaller treatment edge, which allows me to work the smaller muscles that surround the shoulder joint, such as the rotator cuff. Okay. I can work along the shoulder blade to get the smaller rotator cuff muscles that surround the shoulder joint. And again, the sensation that the patient is feeling is that they can feel the restricted tissues just like I can with the treatment edge.
The training is broken up into 2 modules, Module 1 and Module 2.
Module 1, you get the basics. You learn about the technique, you learn a little bit of the history, you learn the basics of the science, and you learn to be comfortable with the technique and the instruments.
I give the example that in Module 1 we teach you how to hammer a nail. In Module 2 we teach you how to frame a house.
In Module 2 you learn really how to apply the technique. So you learn specific conditions, how to treat. You go through particular cases. If the patient has carpal tunnel syndrome, this is what you would do. If the patient has a rotator cuff problem, this is what you would do. You learn more from the examination through the treatment.
The technique does have several advantages. It really has helped our business. Just the success stories we've had with patients go out and tell their family and friends, and has brought business into our practice. Physicians see the success with this technique, and so they're more apt to send patients for this technique after seeing the success stories.
The purpose of Graston technique is to make you a better clinician, to give you another avenue for treating patients, and to be able to treat patients to your fullest potential.
One individual from an athletic population that stands out in my mind is a fellow physical therapist that had been through several rounds of traditional physical therapy over a 3-4 year period of time. Was a distance runner that had been unable to run. Not only did she have plantar fascial symptoms, but it had extended up into her hamstring and low back SI joint area. With the treatment, we were able to incorporate the appropriate exercises that enabled her to complete the Boston Marathon.
We had a physician suffering from tennis elbow, and he had undergone more traditional conservative therapies, your typical manual friction massage, phonophoresis, stretching, what have you, and just wasn't getting relief. And he was unable to play golf, which was something that was very important to him just for his social life. We used the technique on his forearm. We're able to identify more of the subtle lesions in his wrist flexors, for example. It allowed us to more specifically treat the tendinosis in his elbow extensors, but again, treating more of the subtle lesions that we just weren't picking up with our hands. And he was able to return to golf after about a month of this treatment, where he had been suffering from this condition for several years. He liked the technique so much that he is one of our biggest referral sources now and sends us a lot of his patients after seeing the benefits and the success with this technique.
Not only have I experienced the ergonomic benefits myself, but my treatment outcomes are far more effective and efficient. So in other words, I'm helping patients get better to a greater extent in a much quicker amount of time.
Graston Technique Advanced Treatment Protocol, including the use of specially designed stainless steel instruments. Comprehensive basic training and advanced training programs. Critical business advantages for the clinic. Graston Technique, simple technology that improves injury treatment and rehabilitation. For more information, contact our Customer Relations Department at 888-926-2727 or visit our website at grastontechnique.com.